Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from Skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. What a week it's been here in Stowe, Vermont.
Yeah, it was funny because my sister was up this past weekend and we were sitting on the front deck and it was lovely and beautiful. And
Yeah, nice and warm.
nice and
I
warm.
hit some golf balls.
Yep.
Yep.
And then yesterday it all just turned right around again.
Yeah, it snowed. I think we can call it 2 feet.
There's definitely 20 inches at my house.
Yeah.
And it's compacted since then, but
Yeah.
it snowed all day and hard.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. So we had a couple great days on the mountain. Spent a lot of time on that QSTX, which I feel like I've really developed a pretty strong relationship with that ski.
Certainly over the last few weeks.
It's based on duration.
Yeah.
Pretty
Good.
fun. Yeah. And then the Maverick 105 CTI as well. Both of those skis we will have full in-depth reviews on next week. I saw an interesting comment. Somebody was asking when we will do that with the Sender Soul 102 and the Ripstick 102.
Okay.
I would say sooner
Soon?
than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because both of those skis we have spent a ton of time on this season. I think we've talked about the Sender Soul quite a bit through various videos. But that Ripstick 102 is sweet.
Yep.
I get along really, really well with that ski. Probably one of my, it's got to be up there in my top 10 new models for 2025.
Favorite new skis.
Ripstick
Yeah.
102. Yeah, thing's sweet. I really like directional skis that can harness a little bit of free ridey, freestyle vibe.
I just like how that thing goes anywhere. Like you can point it anywhere and it goes.
Yeah.
So easy to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, which gives it a lot of just playfulness.
Yeah.
And some of the same kind of customization in how you ski. You know, you can really use it as a tool to your own style's advantage.
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
That's cool. You got anything else before we get? Oh, I got something else.
Oh, okay.
Some prices dropped this week. So we had kind of another round of MAP drops, which we've talked about probably more this year than in most years. I don't remember the brands. It was a pretty significant list, but there's some pretty good discounts out there now.
A Line Chronic 94 caught my eye at under $400.
Yep. Yeah, I think we might have highlighted that one in one of the newsletters that we sent out this week. Where we're looking at some boots too. That K2 Recon 110 BOA.
Yeah.
It's a really good deal.
For $419, I think,
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, a lot of technology.
Yeah.
Good boot. Works for a lot of people too, that 110 Flex. So yeah, check that out. And then I think we have there's another round of MAP drops. Gosh, I don't want to get the date wrong, so I'm just going to be extremely vague within the next couple weeks.
Coming up.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and we'll obviously communicate that when it happens. And with that, I think we can get right into the news. It feels like a slightly different week for news, just because World Cup ski racing is over.
Right.
So that is not the first topic of the week. First topic of the week is the Eclipse, which feels funny because it's not necessarily ski industry news.
No, but it was interesting, and I didn't think about it before, but the last total solar eclipse to pass over here, and there weren't really ski areas.
1930 something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just kind of started getting going. But,
Yep.
So this would be the first time here that we've had eclipse skiing.
Yeah, so we have this as the first topic of the week, basically because it's going to be a really interesting ski day here in Stowe and in other places in northern Vermont, or more really anywhere in the path of the eclipse.
Saddleback is
Saddleback's right square
dead
in the
center. Yeah.
Yeah. We're not far off from dead center.
Jay and Saddleback are dead center.
Yep. So, yeah, it'll be really interesting. I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to try and spend the afternoon on the mountain. Stowe has just recently put out their kind of schedule of events for the day. And probably the most interesting thing is that the lifts shut off at 3 and then open again at 3:45.
Yeah.
Which I think is state mandated, that they can't run the lifts
in darkness.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how that works. But yeah, I'm fascinated. My plan is to get on a chairlift at 2:55, and if somebody tries to tell me that I have to get off the mountain, I'm going to say no.
Okay. Good plan.
And if they say, no, seriously, you have to get off this mountain, I'll say, okay.
All right.
But I don't think that I can't imagine it would be, I mean, obviously they do an end of the day sweep, but how
Yeah.
are you going to do like a pre-eclipse sweep?
I don't know.
People are going to be hiding all over the place.
I don't think they care if you're up there.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Well, anyways, my plan is to be up there.
I don't think anyone knows what to expect. You know, they're calling for,
That's why it's the first topic of the week.
like 200,000 people in northern Vermont,
It's going
which
to be
is like
chaos.
a third of our total state population. Like, it's just
I saw that like 70,000 are going to Burlington.
yeah,
So if that counts as northern Vermont, which I think it
I
does,
think it does.
then at least that's offsetting like a third of those people.
And I was telling you earlier, like 150 private planes are scheduled to land at the Burlington airport, which
Yeah.
is not a big airport.
No, I think some of you should come to the Morrisville airport.
Right.
I'm talking to all of you,
private plane
all of you
owners.
private plane owners that
Yeah.
are watching this video. Are there any?
Yes.
Do any of you own a private plane?
I would guess yes.
Really?
Yeah, they'll be in Burlington.
Do you want to have
On
a
Monday.
friendly $5 bet?
No. I'm done gambling.
So now you're not so confident.
Oh, I can be confident without gambling.
Okay, we'll have a friendly no monetary value bet.
I don't want to lose.
All right, leave a comment if you own a private plane. And yeah, we'll talk to you on Monday with the Eclipse. It's going to be really interesting. Second topic of the week. This is a term that I believe our esteemed colleague Matt McGinnis coined. We are in alternative contest season, which I like it. I'm here for that name.
Right. Not mainstream.
Yeah.
Alternative.
Yep. So one to recap, and then a couple that we want to kind of put on your radar to look forward to. So first up, Red Bull Cascade happened at Solitude. This is an event that's the brainchild of Bobby Brown, kind of an elongated slopestyle course is basically how I think about it. You're
Yeah.
cascading down the mountain.
Yeah. I like it.
In a freestyle manner. Team Mando, I don't really know the significance of that other than
The
potentially
Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian.
I don't know.
I don't know. I assume that's what it is. They took the win. That team consisted of Bobby Brown, Jedson Blue Waters, one of the best names I've ever heard, Colby Stevenson, and Rel Harwood. And then a couple other events that we want you to keep an eye out for. Jesper Theater will be having another unrealistic event. This has become one of my favorites. That massive rainbow was always super fun for me to watch.
Yeah.
And then Swatch Nines is starting next week, formerly known as Audi Nines, formerly known as Nine Nights. I think there are a couple other names in there as well.
But that one always pushes the limits of creativity in the build.
In the build, yeah. That's always the highlight to me is
Yeah.
just seeing the features themselves and the amount of work that it goes into creating that course. So check those out. And then third topic of the week is kind of a bummer. Whistler has announced the cancellation of all summer camps, or at least on snow glacier summer camps. I bet they have other summer camps.
You know, like mountain bike camps at that time of year now. It's really just kind
Totally.
of like putting the emphasis on the riding season.
Correct, sure. That's a nice positive
Yeah.
spin on it. Go ride your bike. Anyways, this one hits home for me because I was there last summer for, I think, 10 days on snow or something like that. And yeah, there'll be no Momentum or other camps up on the Horseman Glacier this summer. Obviously, it's due to a pretty low snow year. Hopefully, next year they have better snowpack and they're able to make it happen, but it's hard to ignore just the trends. And when we were there last year, it was very fun, but it wasn't a pretty picture.
Yeah.
There was some rapid snow melt, and like you could watch the glacier melt. And I think one of the big reasons why they are making this cancellation, or I'm assuming that it's one of the reasons, is there were some pretty dangerous rock slides while we were there.
Right. The snow melts, the rocks
Yeah.
become exposed, and then they fall.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we were, especially like later in the trip as things melted and melted, like everyone was on super high alert for rock slides, and not like pay attention, like there might be a rock slide. It's like there was multiple every day that you had to be aware of and get out of the way of the rocks.
Yeah, you came back last year and you were like, it didn't look good out there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not terribly surprising, I guess, but
Nope.
sad for sure.
Totally. And then, yeah, fingers crossed that things change for next year. And then fourth topic of the week, we have a little wrap up of April Fool's ski industry content. Now, before we get into this, Bob, I'm going to pose this question to you. Why is the ski industry so obsessed with April Fools?
I don't know, Jeff.
When did it start? 20 years?
I don't know. How old is social? It's just like social media. I mean, I don't know. People love posting silly pictures of things skiing. There's definitely a trend of someone posting like a picture of Jackson Hole and saying, Smuggler's Notch was great today. And that happens like all year.
Yeah.
You know, and like people just like giving kind of sly and sarcastic answers on a lot of these forums. So I think that it's a natural transition to like...
There's some correlation between the average skier mindset and jokes.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to like social media.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my best guess.
Anyways, I think it's very interesting that the ski industry is so obsessed with April Fools. I suppose I like to go against trends sometimes where like we don't do any. I don't post anything on April Fools for Ski Essentials generally.
Well, it's tough. And there's certain people
now that
that
I say
are...
that, maybe we'll throw them for a loop next year and do like something wild.
But there's certain people that are creative. You know, Jason Leventhal always has like something really interesting. Like it's topical, it's well done.
Yep.
You know, really kind of creative and off the cuff. And I always appreciate his post with the J skis.
Well, great segue because his is the first one that we're highlighting in this this Top 5 Fridays topic. So yeah, he did a post that was kind of teasing or like a product announcement of a J skis Tesla collaboration, which is not happening. But they were electric powered skis that brought you uphill. With the editing in that video was exceptionally well done. And then Mountain Creek posted that they were banning Bluetooth speakers.
Like that looked real. Like it looked real.
Yeah.
It seems to make sense.
Yeah, I know. Like I wouldn't necessarily.
Like it's not too far out of the scope.
I know that the ski world is somewhat split on their opinion of external speakers while skiing. I, for one, am kind of against it. I don't know. It's fine. You can do whatever you want, but you're not going to find me skiing around with a backpack speaker anytime soon.
Yeah. I'm amused by it, but I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, totally. And then Unofficial Networks posted that Disney purchased Vail Resorts.
People thought this was real. Like there was definitely, if you kind of scroll through the comments, people are like, this is what happens when X, Y, and Z of corporate takeovers. So there was definitely some seriousness to people's reactions to that one, which I thought was hilarious.
Honestly, it probably wouldn't even change anything.
Right. I don't know. Like, ESPN isn't as good as it used to be before Disney bought it.
The ESPN Plus golf coverage is really good.
Okay. Maybe it would have been equally as good without. I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Anyways, so those were fun. I saw some others that were less fun. I feel like a lot of people are just trying to jump on the April Fool's bandwagon.
Yeah.
And like just put something out there.
But it would have been funny if Mountain Creek, like, did they actually have those placards out, or was that just like a fake picture?
I think it was just a post. Yeah, just a fake
It would have been
post.
funnier if they put the placards out.
And like fake arrested some people.
Sure. However far you want to take it.
That's how I want to take it super far.
The cops get involved.
If you're gonna do it, let's go super far, yeah. And then lastly, we have our edits of the week. This first one, Bob, I thought was really cool. It's called Home Runs with Marcus Eder. Phenomenal skier.
Yeah.
Always really fun to watch.
Yeah. Super annoying to watch and See how good he is.
No, inspiring.
I'm just at the point in my life where I'm annoyed.
Yeah, you and I have very different perceptions
Yeah.
of these edits. And then we have Matchstick Productions, The Land of Giants, going coastal. Some pretty cool mountains up in BC area. And then opposite side of the continent, we have Andrew Drummond skiing Chimney Collar on Mount Katahdin.
This was crazy. I watched
Nuts.
some of it, and
Nuts.
just like for how sketchy that process is, how like calm and collected
Yeah, you have to be.
the guy is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, very talented skier,
Yep.
mountaineer, whatever you want to call it. We'll let him label himself. But yeah, Katahdin is gnarly.
Yeah.
Like, it's also a very unique mountain.
And remote.
It's just a pile of rocks.
Yeah. And it's like way out
It's a
there.
really weird just pile of rocks.
Yeah.
Worth hiking it in the summer. I do not recommend trying to ski it in the winter. But you can do whatever you want.
Right.
So, anyways, that's it for this week's Top 5 Fridays. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. The weather is warming up a little bit here in Stowe. We should have really nice ski day both days. Sunday in particular is looking like sunny, high around 40, I think, which for me is like, that's like the ideal spring skiing day.
Right.
Not too sloppy.
Not too hot.
Yeah. Should be nice. I can wear outerwear.
Yep.
I like skiing in outerwear, not in t-shirts. And then, yeah, we'll try and check in at some point from the Eclipse. If I'm up on the mountain, maybe I'll do a social media post from the mountain, something like that.
I think getting there is okay. I think getting back down with everybody is going to be the bigger challenge.
I gotta know where to be.
All right.
You can walk.
Yeah. You might have to.
Is that the move?
Yeah, probably.
Leave my car in town somewhere and ski the Bruce down. Be plenty of snow on the Bruce still, right?
Yeah. Leave your bike.
See, now we're thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. If you're in the path of the Eclipse, hope you really enjoy the Eclipse, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Oh, I'm going to Austria the following week, too.
Well, that sounds fun too.
Yeah. I won't give too much away. That'll just be a little teaser.
It's a Jeff thing.
I'm going to Austria for work-related reasons and ski stuff.
But that's it.
Yeah, you can make your guesses in the comments of who I'm going with and what I'm going to see and where I might be skiing. So anyways, hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye again.